Okay, so got interrupted the first time through. So in this case here, our first reason always given. So to go from step 1 to step 2, I always move these smaller x to combine all the x's on the right-hand side. So I'm adding 7x to both sides. And that is my addition property of equality. Now 10 times x minus 8, I always like to move the addition or subtraction next. So in this case, the subtraction, and I do that by adding 8 to both sides. And 18 plus 8 gives me 26. And again, that was my addition property because I added 8 to both sides. So there is my addition property. And then lastly, I need to divide both sides by 10 because it's multiplication in between the x and the 10. And as I do that, I get x on the left, and then 26 divided by 10. All right, I like to reduce those down. 26 over 10 reduces by what? 2 to 14/5. It is a nice decimal. It's 2.6, but typically I like to work with fractions. And that was then the division property of equality. All right, on letter B, same deal. We want to justify that. So let's go ahead and justify. Oh, why is that not going? There we go. All right, so let's slide down the equation. As I'm jotting this down, the first thing that jumps out to me is parentheses. So more than likely, I'm going to go ahead and use distributive property. And that's what I'm going to do. Negative 8 plus 2x, watch your signs. What do you distribute? And I forgot to drop down my equal sign down the middle there. And then right-hand side just drops on down as is. And because I use my distributive property there, state it. Now, after that, I've got x's on both sides. So I want to get the x's to one side, and in this case, I'm going to move the smaller x. It's a 2x, so I'm going to subtract it. The negative 8 comes on down. 12 minus 2 is giving me 10x minus 3. And because of minusing 2, that is my subtraction property of equality. Excuse me. Now everything is on the right-hand side, so I move everything then over to the other side to get x by itself. And I'm going to start that minus 3, and the inverse of a minus 3 is a plus 3. And that is then my addition property of equality. And then lastly, I need to divide both sides by 10. Now right there, when you go divide by 10, okay, I know a lot of people will tell me the answer is negative 2. And you're close, but not quite. It's negative 5 divided by 10, not 10 divided by 5. So 10 divided by 5 is 2, but 5 divided by 10 is a half, is negative 1/2. So watch that.